you're missing one accent, but other than that,
That's the sad thing.
It's like Romania got taken over by the Spanish.
Okay, GCat, read this.
Which, that what? Socialist Democratic Federated Republic of Carbamia?
Now, what's that last word?
Carbamia. Oh, okay. I see. It took me a moment. What?
A kingdom located in the Sahara Desert, known for its oil.
Carbombia City, population 4,000 people, camels 10,000.
That's crazy.
That's awesome, dude.
Carbambia, baby.
This was when they stopped giving any shit about being politically correct.
I like the footnote underneath the image.
This is canon, people. Yeah, this wiki is known for being relatively straightforward in the article, but for most of the pictures, they'll have like a funny caption. Oh no, there goes Tokyo.
Who wrote this? Osen?
I mean, it's Triptychon. This is his fucking article. Clash of the badly animated Titans.
What the shit is that?
80s animation.
Dude, it wasn't even 80s, which is the best part. Wasn't this like stretching to like
No.
the 2000s?
No, this series was from 85.
Oh, Gen 1, yeah. Gen 1 was like 80s, yeah.
Tom Clancy's latest novel, Red Rex Rising.
So stupid.
This was part of the Carbamia episode. They used Triptychon to steal world monuments to bring them to Carbamia as tourist attractions.
Triptychon steals
You know what?
St. Basil's
I think
Cathedral.
that,
Okay.
I think those are precedents to Carbombia.
Yeah, they were. Triptychon steals the Kremlin. They took the Eiffel Tower.
Why?
Carry it like he's in the lumberyard.
Because they could. He's just carrying it like a 2x4.
By the way, I didn't tell you guys, but I started streaming like 3 minutes ago. It's just us
I
laughing.
took a guess.
Oh yeah.
But that just makes it
So, yeah.
better.
80s Transformers is weird shit.
Oh no, it's so good.
Is that a dragon? He's fighting a dragon?
Yeah, that was Tornarodon. Basically, it was a space dragon.
Wow, this is yeah.
It ate energy, so yeah, it was weird.
Transformers be wild and
I mean, that's what I love about this wiki. They have all sorts of stupid captions. Nipple rocket, fire.
Oh shoot, they actually had that. I actually remember that.
What?
The nipple rocket.
What, on the toy?
Not in the toy, but in the cartoon. Master of subtlety.
Well, this one specifically is from the Japanese version that never got dubbed over to America.
Hmm. Believe it or not, that is not the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was actually a pseudo Transformers fan back in the day.
Yeah.
Never realized how stupid it really got, though.
it's
Triptychon.
awesome. I don't know what you mean, stupid.
I didn't. Did I say it was bad? That's what I thought.
Oh, the line from fucking... What was it? Detective Gadget? Inspector Gadget, whatever?
I think it was
It's just
Austin. Was that Austin? Wait, was that Austin Powers?
It was Austin Powers.
Yeah, it was Austin.
Yeah, it was Austin Powers.
I never watched Austin Powers.
Dude, I love
The
Austin
Inspector
Powers.
Gadget one was funny because Inspector Gadget was played by Matthew Broderick, who was in the fucking the Godzilla movie.
Wait, which Inspector Gadget?
The live action one.
Yeah, which one? The first one or the second one?
There was a second one?
Yeah, there was a second one.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
I guess I blocked it out.
Yeah, most people don't. I mean, yeah, there it is. 2003 Inspector Gadget 2.
Yeah, I had never heard of it.
I remember watching it a while back. I don't know how that came up, but yeah.
Eh. Anyway, we started streaming, correct?
Maybe.
We did?
According to Alred, he pushed the button like
he just pushed
5 minutes ago.
Mother sucker!
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem if you keep doing that shit.
Mother sucker!
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem if you keep doing that shit.
So, what is this title?
What do you mean? It's the
Good
perfect title.
question. Today's title is People Are Stupid, the Cars Are Not the Problem. Now, if we... A cookie to whoever figures out what that's about.
What's wrong with cars? That's a great movie.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, they really didn't need sequels to it, though.
They keep stealing my car.
It's like last time I was in Romania.
What?
What?
When
is
was
that
the last time you
crossovers?
were in Romania?
Yes.
Well, I've actually never been in Romania, you know? I've only been in Hungary because all that territory belongs to us.
Okay, we're not starting that.
This is actually that might actually get me canceled.
Alred, we're already skimming the line with our fucking Discord server flag.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? You already started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been going for like
Sorry,
5
so
minutes
Mother
now.
just gotta-
I didn't even
Yeah,
notice.
again, I'm gonna revoke his fucking streaming privileges if he doesn't tell us when we start.
No, I told you. I just told you 2 minutes after the fact.
Bruh.
You know, maybe I want to do intros to this shit.
Never.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even supposed
Do you
to
know
be here.
why they call me the Scuff King?
Because you're ugly, fat, and stupid.
I just got a haircut, I'll have you know. I look handsome as hell.
Okay. Well, you're still short.
Anyway, we can't deny the fact of him being short, so we're just going to accept that.
Dude, it's called being a
Oh, come on,
short
that's gonna
king?
be a
Excuse you?
follow request. Wait,
You
actually,
ain't no
what if you
king,
guys
boy.
follow request?
Okay, you can be one type of king. You're either short king or scuff king. Pick one.
Both.
None.
Alright,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I will take Scuff King and take on the title of Hobbit Maxer.
I hate you so much.
Any fucking way.
So,
Supposedly or apparently there were some layoffs, some people transferred last few days on Bungie.
gonna end that one.
Alright.
Yeah, that was me, by the way.
Well,
I laid off all over those
You know,
people.
oh, so based.
They were doing a bad job, and I needed cars.
Did you keep Mercury?
Oh, are you Pete Parsons?
Unfortunately, yes. I appreciate his vision.
Yeah, Tuber's gonna kill you.
No, no,
Tuber,
no. Okay,
I'm gonna
unironically,
naturally kill you.
unironically, yesterday, Tuber literally said, you know what, maybe Hercules is not the problem.
I remember reading that. It's like, how bad have we gotten?
Tuber literally said that yesterday. It was so
He did, actually.
funny.
I was there. So yeah, I can confirm as well.
I read that in a fucking chat. I forget which one.
Also, I love the fact that on the stream, I have this picture of Astacross's beautiful dumb face.
You say that as if your face wasn't done.
Yeah, that's the wrong face. You should show the one where when he sees Marasov because he actually like lights up. It's so adorable.
I know, he gets so happy.
Awooga.
If he wasn't married, he would have a lot of memorabilia.
This is true. I mean, have you seen the Astacross Gamer Subs cup?
Yeah, GCAT has it actually.
He does?
I haven't. It's,
No.
Wait, no. No, I ordered it.
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah.
Where is it? Waifu cups. I gotta look at this up.
It's a good
Where is it?
It's actually a
It's
solid
really good.
ass
It's really
one.
good.
Oh god.
Badger, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
here
here's
we
my
are.
boy, Russian Badger.
Bungie game, July 31st. It's got the GIF with It's below the Twitter post of Pete Parsons' cars.
Dude, that's.
You know what?
Ugh.
Mercury doesn't seem that bad anymore. 17 fucking cars, bro.
Oh, you know what?
Where the shit
know
is
what?
it?
Actually, I don't know.
It's like,
Why are you
dude, I'm a
looking so
car
hard?
I'm a car guy for the most part, but
That's nice.
17? That seems a bit
He's-
excessive.
He's a collector.
He's a collector, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. There's nothing, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's his own money.
I'd have
They are
less
actually
against
nice.
it
I
if
took
there
a
weren't
look at the
17 cars since 2023.
I took a look at the cars. They
Since
are actually very nice.
2023?
Dude,
Yeah,
I actually saw
Let's
some
see.
of like the money he actually spent. Like
If
a
it's
lot of that stuff is like auction stuff, right? That
Yeah.
man got a steal on so many of those vehicles.
I mean,
Those
most
are
auction
really-
cars
yeah,
end up
those are
being a
really
steal.
nice cars. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He has
But
good taste.
They're collect. He has great
It-
taste.
That, that just. I'm sorry. That is just for me. That is just another sample of that. He's being bad with money. I gotta say, I'm
Ye-
sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't really say it's bad with money necessarily.
My
And-
question is like, does he hold on to them? Does he flip them? Where is he storing all these things?
Who
He has
knows?
a
Maybe he
garage.
lives in a mansion. Maybe he has a giant garage, you know. But that's like car collecting. Also, I found the Aztec Cross Cup. It's so
Oh, there's
beautiful.
shirts too. It's awesome.
Look at that. It's Marasov in the nude.
Okay, I don't understand. Why would you buy it? I have questions for people who'd actually buy the shirts and wear those in public.
I would never wear the shirts in public.
I would never be caught dead wearing an anime shirt in public. I would
Are we
never
gonna
do
get like taken off the YouTube for this? They're just slightly lewd, right? We're fine. They're technically censored.
that.
It's on the line. It's on the line.
As long as you don't show the Joe Biden one, I think we'll be fine.
There's a Joe Biden one. Hold up.
No!
Where is it?
No,
I need
the
to see this.
lean. The flavor.
excuse me. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's not Joe Biden. It's not Joe. My bad. My bad.
Oh damn! Hang on. The shirt is actually kind of nice.
Hey yo, wait. That is that Sweatcicle? Let me see the
No, that's-
Sweatcicle one. That, ooh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, dude. She's got this surly look about her.
No, go down. I saw a Sweatcicle one. That's pretty good.
Why, Sweatcicle? What is actually wrong with you? That is actually legitimately lewd.
Yeah.
So let's not click on that.
Is that Ada?
Anyway.
Hey, oh my gosh. He
Dude.
goes after the robot. I respect for that.
Yeah, I respect it. Like,
I
but
want to see it up close.
From Evan?
Wait,
Yeah,
I
fucking
just so you know, I
man.
actually am on a delay here because I'm watching this through the
Yeah.
dude,
We're having
look
to
at
look
this
at-
shit. Dude, why is I don't remember Ada 1 being that caked up.
She is actually, if you just look hard enough.
I was gonna say, have you ever actually bothered to look at her from mine?
I mean,
I
I
have
will
You know I
not
have.
elaborate on that.
GCat, you sound a little too proud of that.
Well, she is the best girl, objectively in Destiny.
So true, so true.
In before people argue that she's only
Yeah,
like
it's bad
5
pop
years
off.
old or whatever.
She's not. She was 5 years old when she puts in. People age when they, live through time. That's what aging is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a stupid argument.
What else
Wait,
do they
is
have
that
in
a
the
man?
shop? Let's see.
Is that a man I saw on on his shirt?
Probably.
What?
Hang on. Oh, that's so
Men,
based.
Not my wife.
What, Harold?
Oh, Heavenly Father? Dude, why does he actually have such a goated... What is that? It's just him.
You see, if I got a creator cup, I would actually like my waifu cup to be very nicely dressed.
I hate anime.
Uh-huh.
What have I
Not
got?
wearing, like,
It's a
hair?
goddamn black shirt. Wait, it's a gambling shirt. What? Wait a second. Hold up.
A nice, good-looking dress.
Hold up. Gambling saved my rent money.
I actually like my
Wait,
waifu.
that's
to be,
so
I
awesome.
actually like my waifus to be well
Okay,
dressed.
I want that shirt.
Sure's awesome.
So going back to the fucking.
Wait, Docs, hold up. This is very important.
You're already getting set. I'm not gonna say we because we're not. For the listeners at home, Modern and GCat are here again. Hi.
Oh, I need to
Yeah,
see the
the
mouse
listeners at home.
pads.
You
Hold
mean
up.
me? Yeah, I'm watching the stream. I'm the listener at home.
Yeah. Anyone who isn't us, Modern is the two-tailed dog, albeit you can't see the tails. And GCat is the device we don't talk about with the Pepe Frog.
Hi.
It's a 3D printer. What do you mean?
I don't think it's a 3D printer.
It does 3D printer.
Shh, nobody needs to know that.
Okay.
Damn, some of these mouse pads are nice.
Okay.
Which ones were you looking? What?
As much as I am interested in looking at some of this stuff, not Asdacross.
He's got a very nice jawline.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, look at that jawline.
Very good.
Dude,
very
do
nice.
you think
Alred?
do you think he looks Max's?
Yeah, he absolutely engages in a minuscule amount of bone smashing.
Please don't remind me that that's a fucking thing.
It works. It works.
Hey, if it worked, yeah, exactly. Like, dude, you don't get
Don't you see
handsome
that-
like
don't you
that
see the
without
heavenly
trying.
jawline? Holy shit.
That heavenly jawline,
Say, has
that
anyone been able to prove that it works?
that perfect comb over. Look,
that's
you
gross.
could see the barber's razor to get that perfect, you know.
I mean, hey, cyanide is was supposed to help with colds, so
I mean, it does.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little too good.
How much is this?
Ah,
You're back. Okay.
Uh,
uh,
Anyway,
I have no. I have a small desk.
Same.
No, close the tab.
Close the tab, buddy.
No, keep it open. We need to like look through it every now and then.
Modern.
oh,
Gotta
Yes.
encourage him.
anyway.
layoffs and everything.
Dude, do you think Isaac Cross had a good take? Because I haven't watched the video yet.
Neither have I don't know.
Oh.
He's a YouTuber, so
Is he
80%
actually?
chance he just went with the sensationalist version.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. We're back in
No
Shover. Oh,
disrespect to Astacross, but he's kind of just a twab reader.
professional twat. Dude, he has funny stuff. I like his non-Destiny content.
He also
You
has
should-
personality. I like him.
He's the only Destiny player in the game with a personality. No offense to a lot of them. Like, the only thing that like True Vanguard has got going for him is that he likes good whiskey, and I
Dude,
respect
have you
that.
seen his whiskey? Have you seen his whiskey?
Dude,
channel? So
I'm
Follow
subscribed to his
his
whiskey channel.
Well, I think it's really funny because he uses the exact same thumbnails as he does for his Destiny content, so it still has that weird, wacky background, but instead of a gun, it's a whiskey.
It's kind of
I know, it's awesome.
It is so
Yeah,
awesome.
can,
I love
can we
it.
pull that up actually?
Yeah.
Hey, hang on.
Not to derail anything, but
Hang on.
I've never actually seen
The best part is because I'm on our
I've never
YouTube
seen
channel,
thumbnail
the watch history is off so
so
that I can't
awesome.
help myself. True
The rest of us
Vanguard
already know.
whiskey.
I
The
actually
Dram Guard.
not.
Yeah.
I am not subscribed to him, so I actually don't know what the name is.
Actually, where is it?
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
I think it's
I
Dram
think it's one of
Guard.
his older. Yeah, I think it's one of his older. Oh,
Yeah, he literally has. Look at his thumbnail.
That's so funny.
It's so good.
oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
It actually is. That's insane.
It's
I
beautiful.
want to buy this, but is it any good?
Those might just be 3D renders, actually.
Oh, the bottle is
Is the
legit.
overhyped little book?
Wait, hang on.
He's got that. Oh shit.
I was
Let me-
wrong. Finished Ryan blind.
Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
the channel.
Did I miss it? Dram Guard. Right here. Highly recommend. Wait.
In the whiskey world, big drama.
Oh, that's his name,
So
Ryan.
awesome.
Oh, I know his name now.
He looks like a Ryan.
He does look like a Ryan. Let's see what he's. Let's see what is in his
Oh, come
collection.
on, Albert, you look like a fucking Johnny.
That's racist.
I think Tuber would take offense to that.
You know
as
what?
well.
I would love to know the answer to this question as well. What is an American light whiskey? Never heard of it.
Right, actually.
Let's see. Let's see what he's got in here. Old Fitz. I've actually heard of this one.
Oh, wait, no, they just have a filter. Never mind.
Damn, I would love to actually go to this guy's house.
Dude,
Just drink. That'd
I
be
would
fucking
too.
awesome. Wheated bourbon.
That reminds me.
Do you think he has a cigar with his whiskey as well?
He absolutely seems like the kind of guy who would.
Because I feel like that
Cigar
is
with his
part
whiskey.
of like the experience. You have to go outside. You gotta have your nice whiskey glass. You gotta have it straight. Swirl that bad
Well,
boy
make sure
around, and you
bring
light
your,
up a
make sure you
cigar.
bring some good cigars when you come back.
Oh, The worst whiskey of 2024.
Oh,
This is a lot of money. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, there's actually whiskey is not a cheap hobby or passion. It's not even a hobby. I would call it a passion.
Still, at least he monetizes it.
Finished bourbon? Ooh, that's nice.
There's some
I'm
good
wondering
stuff
how much
in
he
here,
writes down
Scott.
for taxes.
Actually, yeah, you could
Uh,
absolutely categorize this as a business.
Dude, he could totally do a tax write-off on his whiskey because he makes videos on it. That's brilliant. Wish I thought of that.
Yeah, if only you could do that for cars.
If only.
Hang on, what else has he got?
Hey, Alred,
What's up?
I'm
We're
all
getting
for
good, right?
promoting the whiskey channel, but can we try to stay on topic?
What topic?
What topic?
Bungie laid off another.
Oh,
70%
yeah!
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Not-
he heard fucking alcohol and we lost him. As
I'm
a-
aware.
This is a little
Dude,
more upbeat
because we
on
were
Tuesday.
segueing onto Destiny content creators.
All right, well,
I'm
let's
gonna
segue back.
reiterate: close the fucking gamer subs tab.
Wait, you mean this tab?
No, I want to see them now.
Like, sometimes we just have to, think about it as like
Listen, you can worry about
eye
that
candy.
when you get sponsored, man.
yeah. We'll worry about that when we start
Close
making
the
money.
tab.
No,
Close the
you
tab.
can't make me.
Okay. All right. Well,
Anyways,
okay.
Inside.
You can take your hand off the mouse right now.
My hand is off the mouse.
So how do we feel about Bungie having more layoffs after half a year of having layoffs?
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
I was gonna say they laid off people right in like January, didn't they?
Last week of November.
Oh, okay.
In
yeah.
fact, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I predict that by November, December, we will see some more layoffs.
Yeah.
That
Either
seems to
or
be the
we're
pattern.
actually- either that or we're actually going to see a full merger with Sony.
Yeah, didn't they say that they've already moved like a lot of people into like just Sony projects?
Like around
150
160 or
people
something like
will
that. Yeah.
into-
Yeah.
150 people and a full project can move into a small team or agency that Sony is building up.
That's on top of the layoffs, right? So that means there are
Yes.
like even less people
So-
working at Bungie right now.
220 people
Yep.
were actually let go, and 155 were sent over to Sony, totaling in around 370 people leaving Bungie. To which, for a workforce of around 12k people, that is a fourth.
12K, 1200,
it's-
my dude.
That's a lot of people.
But yeah.
That's
But if you really think about it, in the context, the grand scheme of things, how many people work at Larian?
I don't know. I don't-
Good
I don't-
question.
I actually don't
Is
keep
that
on
a
top
good
of
ex-
how many
uh,
people
uh,
work at those
They only have
projects.
470 people. I knew they were under
that's-
500.
That's actually an amazing comparison.
They also have like one project, maybe two.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, 'cause as far as we know, Bungie was working on like 4 projects at the
Still-
same time.
Yeah.
consider the fact that
Uh,
they're working on a
The
single
odds are they got
project
closed.
right
Well,
now.
Yeah,
No,
odds are those
we,
projects
uh,
got shut down.
To what we know, they might have had 5. Because we know that I believe they sent a project over to Sony with the 150 something people to create a new group.
Yeah, probably.
They also fully cancel, quote unquote, shelf, but it's basically cancel, like fancy cancel. What was gonna be this quote unquote sequel or spiritual successor to Destiny after Destiny 2?
We'll tentatively call it Destiny 3.
It wasn't.
It's not Destiny 3,
It was
but
not
was
that-
gonna be the-
Just because it's a
They
spin-off
weren't gonna
IP,
call
it's not a. It's I
I said tentative, Alred, for simplicity's sake.
fair enough. But I sincerely doubt it was ever going to be a true Destiny 3.
Oh no,
They really couldn't.
internal sources admitted that it was not Destiny 3. It was a third person game that had a lot of inspiration from Warframe and Genshin.
Oh, Lord.
They were gonna make a
At the
gacha
same
game?
time- At
Oh,
the
so-
same time,
Hell, Destiny
I
already is a
believe-
gacha game.
I believe
I know.
that I'm not 100% sure. We had information come up from the people that either were laid off or internals that they were also working on ports or a port of Destiny to mobile, and then remasters or bringing back quote unquote old titles take that as you will.
Wait, if the Halo property is still owned by
They can't do Halo, but Bungie has other
yeah,
properties.
that's Marathon, Myth, Oni.
Oh, dude, I would
Yeah, that's really all
kill
they got.
for an Oni remake, or at least, you know.
So that we know of, before the layoffs and everything got canceled, we know for sure that they were working on Marathon, Destiny 2, quote unquote Project Payback, I think it was the internal name, the so-called Destiny 3 by the community. They were also working on Destiny port to mobile, and another project, maybe two more projects, depending on what bringing back old games might
One of
mean.
them was a mobile game called Gummy Bears, actually.
That's a cool
Oh, yeah,
name,
Maybe
yeah.
that
Project
was the
Gummy Bears.
Destiny port. That
Which
might
I
have
think
been
was supposed to be like a MOBA or something like that.
mobile. But we don't know. We don't have any more information beyond. It could be.
Hmm.
So yeah, like 3 projects gone, thrown over the window. A project sent over to Sony with 150 people, and 220 people thrown out the door, including a reaffirmation. Sorry, I lied before. Including a reaffirmation that Destiny, or they're planning to make Destiny in the upcoming updates, that they want to change into a quote unquote free expansions with lower content of the size of Into the Light.
But that would cover the whole year.
I believe it was supposed to be 2 of those every year.
We don't know for sure. Like we don't
That's
have
what I
a.
heard anyway.
As far as we know, there is no timeline. There's nothing decided on stone. Everything is on the air, as far as I'm aware.
Holy shit, okay, I sort of derailed this, but this is important. Hey, I need you to see this.
All right. What is it?
I'm posting in normal memes.
Oh no.
Is
Is
Oni
it-
something that I should have known about? I'll be real with you. I'm not familiar with Oni.
Oni
Oni
is.
It's a side project from their from their California studio that didn't last very long. It's a PS2 game, if I'm right.
Dude, that's awesome. I would join
No,
that.
there was a Mac game that got ported to PS2 later.
So
There's a sexy Byzantine woman like headlining it, dude. Whew.
Bruh.
The discussion
totally-
is study meetings club. Where did you find
totally
this shit?
this is stuff that we know for certain, and it's that all the remaining workforce on Bungie has been focused for Marathon and Destiny. We don't know the exact distribution, but if I had to do bets, 200 or less people are allocated on Destiny, the rest are on Marathon. And we
Probably a
might see
fair estimate.
Marathon within a year from now.
And no one's gonna play it. Sad.
Nobody's gonna play it
Current
because
estimate says late 2025.
their closed testing
That's
was really
I
bad,
think-
apparently.
Yes. We also know that one of the chief financial officer on Sony has come out publicly.
Alright, looks like
and,
Kat and I are leaving, so good luck with this.
oh,
All right.
you guys have
it
a
is
good
what it
one.
is.
Bye-bye.
Yes, yeah.
There he goes.
Alright, good stuff, chat. Follow me at twitch.tv.
Shut the fuck up.
Freak out. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Anyway, we also know that the chief financial officer for Sony has come out and publicly said that Bungie sucks at managing their financial status to the point that it's on a desperate situation.
Well, we already knew that, to be fair, right? It's like,
Yeah, that's
how
been
much
their
money did they
history.
spend on their new
No,
studio?
Adre.
Ow.
Keep it in mind. This is nobody like us saying. This is the chief financial officer, the CFO of Sony saying this.
The funny thing is, we
The
already knew
situation
this.
is more dire than we imagine.
Well, one, Sony's never exactly been the best at staying on budget.
Sony's a lot goddamn better than Bungie.
Yeah,
Like,
saying
okay.
the bar's put pretty low.
Like, keep in
And
mind,
two,
one of the things that Bungie did, which was, I understand that you want a new building and all that stuff, but the amount of money they spent on their new studio office, like, holy shit.
it's a little weird, yeah.
You didn't need to build a new studio office. I'm gonna be honest.
No, I
Yeah,
get it
I
if
mean,
you want to
didn't
open
need to
one.
build one so extravagant. Like going the extra mile is always welcome. Don't get me wrong. But maybe allocate your efforts and your resources to making the chicken that gives you the eggs survive. Because currently it's sick, it's dying, it's missing 2 legs, half of its wing, one eye, a third of its beak, 3/4 of her plumage, and you still wanted to put out eggs for you daily.
Yeah.
Better treat it well or lose it.
Yeah.
Like, the situation is just derailing beyond limits.
Yes, there's like a high level of incompetence. I feel like that's been going on in upper
Also,
management.
I need
been
to.
That's been the general consensus for a while.
Oh, it's been like that
Yeah.
since like God knows how long.
Anyway,
Yeah. Also, I believe there have 2 of the quote unquote big names within Bungie have. Yeah, Lucas Smith and Mark Noseworthy have willingly left Bungie.
probably means they're just offered the golden parachute, as it were.
For now, what most people are agreeing upon is like most likely they were working on the quote unquote payback, Destiny successor or Destiny 3, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they were offered to, hey, you have to go. We are going to cancel this project, and you have to go back. Do you want to come back to the to Destiny or Marathon? And they were like, neither. Good day, sir. You lose. And for now, things are looking extremely dire. And the information that we got from Pete Parson is making everything have a worse, more red lighting on top of it.
Yeah. People were going to make fun of the car thing regardless.
Yeah.
The fact that he privated his Twitter account as the layoffs happened did not help.
It didn't help at all, yes. And just the way everything was handled around the entire situation was poorly done.
It's just bad PR.
It's bad PR. Most likely, he did not consult with his team, Bungie's PR team.
I mean,
Or
do they even have a PR team at this point?
They do. They just don't seem to be very good at their job.
I mean,
Maybe they were part of the layoffs.
most likely.
Meanwhile,
Also,
along with the entire security team.
Yeah.
Yeah, did that mean like internal security or building security?
I think it's
don't know.
internal.
We don't have I don't think we have something set in stone about the
Yeah.
layoff. Like, who got layoff?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I
it's-
hear security team, and it's like, is it network security?
Yeah, like there's
Network security, I think, was they got decimated apparently.
Sorry, Nox.
Nah, you're good. There's information saying that there have been losses on all apartments, including management. There's also information that says that there has actually not been that many losses on management or managerial level of seats or roles. At the same time, Bungie has come out and has opened the listing for 6 new jobs. The 6 of them having a medium to high management status. So there's a lot of information that is behind curtains. There's a lot of information that we are just getting snippets of truth covered with lies, or rather, unconscious lies, or just a lie by omission.
Lie of negligence, more like it.
I mean, you can say that about Bungie's trajectory with PR and Destiny for how long? 10 years? 11?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I'm the one to grab my pitchfork and be like, boo, Bungie bad, boo. But also at the same time, this is just too damn stupid.
It's
We
not
all
just
knew that.
stupidity, to be fair, though. That's
Oh,
only
no.
half of the story.
Sorry, you're right. It's not willing negligence.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not saying it's not just negligence and stupidity. That's only tells half the story. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Because let's be honest, something that people are completely missing, and I have said this time and time again, we're seeing this everywhere in IT.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
it's
at the
industry
same
wide.
time, we need to admit that during COVID there was inflation of inflation of employee. A lot of companies just
People
bought a
overhired
lot,
because their
but
overhead costs decreased because less people were in office, which means they were saving money.
yes,
Well, it's also an interest rate thing. We spent a long time with 0% interest rates or near zero. It's that's not natural. And a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
So now that now that the economy is correcting itself back to a normal interest rate,
Well, it correcting itself, whatever you want to call it.
well, when you look at it, what are we at now? 7.5?
that's not too bad.
Yeah. When you look at what it was like in the I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s, that's not bad.
I mean, to be fair, considering what we went through in the last couple of years, ooh.
Yeah.
Also, one little thing that I will point out is that the notion that you had somewhere in between 1,500 to 1,700 employees within your building working actively and only be able to deliver mediocre at best content for your basically your golden child, the only product that is actually getting you any monetary that is getting you to gain money at all. It's baffling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they don't even make that much when you look at it at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end of the day, games don't actually make that much money.
Well, I meant that much content either.
Well, content, money, profit, whatever you want to call it.
Most of the activities are reskin versions of past activities at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even the what the fuck was it? What's the current one?
Into the light.
What?
Into the light.
No, the current activity for the season where it's like you go.
Expunge.
Yeah, isn't that just a reskin of fucking Season of the Splicer stuff?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
A lot
all
of
of
it
the
is.
maps in that are literally just the Season of the Splicer stuff. Half of them are just played backwards.
Yeah.
Yo,
Now,
should
don't
I?
get me wrong, I love the aesthetic.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Don't. I love it too. Like I love the Season of the Splicer aesthetic. Hell,
But
Beck's Excalibur mission is still my favorite exotic mission in the game.
yeah, but when I'm able to basically go on autopilot through the map because it's exactly the same, there are issues.
When
Mhm.
when you can autopilot content that is supposed to be new on your first run, that's not a single red flag or a massive red flag. That's like a basket of planet size red flags.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Slightly unrelated. Do you think I should invest in Intel?
Why would you want?
Because the stock value dropped by $9
Oh,
in the
no.
last
Okay.
day.
Okay, question. And here's the basics of investing. Do you think it's going to go up anytime soon?
Not anytime soon, but it will
Do
go
you
back
think
up.
it's going to go lower anytime soon?
It probably will a little bit, but it will go back up.
Yeah, so I'd wait a day or two, see where it bottoms out, and buy.
Okay, so here's the thing though. In terms of number value, this is the lowest their stock value has been since the late 90s.
That's not a good sign.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually, no. Since the crash in since we had like the minor recession in the 2000s, but you know everybody
Minor.
suffered.
Either way, that's still not a good sign.
But to give you an idea, in the last 3 years, the stock has dropped by like 66%.
Ooh, they're actively bleeding. That's bad. That's actually bad.
It's not great. Let's be honest. Most stocks are dropping.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the economy right now.
But it's like a
I mean-
buy low, sell when it's slightly higher kind of thing.
I
Because
mean,
it's not going to be in the dumpster ever.
I mean, we're heading towards a recession, or at least an economic crash of the
Oh, it's
housing.
gonna happen. It's bound to happen. It's in everything.
Like-
You can see in the housing market. You can see it in tech right now. Tech is actually, sheesh, tech. It's not in a good spot right now.
Okay,
Well, the
to be fair, tech did draw. The tech industry dig its own grave whenever they started overhiring due to the quote unquote, not even quote unquote, due to the fear of COVID.
Well, they overhired due to the fear of COVID. They overhired because they thought they'd need the employees long term. And they overhired to keep those employees out of their competitors' hands.
Like a lot of the hiring that has been done in the last, I want to say 7 years, because most likely a lot
Not
of
7
the
years.
companies-
It's a smaller time frame than that.
6 years, maybe 5.
I would say it's more like the last 3-4 years at most.
Well, either way, I want to say that at least most of the hiring done in the tech industry in the last 5 years, for sure, has been done due to provide other companies or other companies within the industry of the power force or the man force, or however you say on English. Like
Huh?
there has been a lot of how do you name it on English? There has been a lot of hiring that has been done to negate other companies of getting that geniuses or that knowledgeable people.
I don't know if it's block hiring, really. I sincerely doubt it. It's just that they had more money to work with because a lot of the day-to-day expenses were just completely dropped, literally because everybody was working from home.
Well, even prior to that, everyone was hiring more than they really needed to.
I mean, they've always been doing that. They do that every year. They overhire and they lay off people at the end of the year to hit their quarter four reports.
Yeah, it's just more excessive this time because
In this case, is like, yeah, there's an actual significant dent. It's like Intel alone is firing, like the numbers are saying, 15,000 employees. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the people apparently are panicking over 200 employees in Bungie getting laid off.
The thing with Bungie, it's more so that everything that Bungie does, they enshroud in this cloud of mystery, secretism, doubt, falsehood, that there's nowhere that you can hold on to something. There's just imagine this wall covered in fog, covered in a foggy, in a cloudy day. It's almost about to rain. That density of
I'm not gonna go
gonna
that far as
see-
to say that. That's just the nature of corporations. That's just
I
how they work. But like, at the end of the day,
No,
people have
but-
to realize actually how these companies work, especially in the context of gaming, right?
No. Wait. Let me finish. The only communication we get from Bungie is about Destiny, and everything they say about Destiny, they only say so whenever it's bound to happen right now, or it has been leaked already and made it to the either mainstream, or has been leaked so far spread within the community that 50% of the people know it.
You want to hear my ominous take on this?
Yes.
That's fine. That's none of our business.
I'm okay. I'm using this to say that cloud of secretism enables the stupid ideas or the stupid sense of dread.
I mean, yeah,
Hey,
obviously, it's not good from a
Bungie just
PR
laid off a lot
perspective.
of people. Bungie just laid off a lot of people within less than a year. There might be something wrong going on. I might lose something that I love. That's where I'm trying to get at.
Well, I see where you're coming from, but like my perspective is that it's not really our business to know. Like we don't need to know. It's like what is their financial situation. We don't need to know what they're spending the money doing.
Oh no.
As long as the product is fine, that should be
No, I agree.
our concern, because that's where we are as
No,
consumers.
Howard.
I agree with you.
At the same time, there needs to be a level of like, hey, here's the plan. Hey, here's what we're actually working on.
But the thing is, we actually knew what they were working on.
Okay, how much of
Not
it came
because they
from
said
them?
so. Not
The problem
because they said
issue-
so.
Not necessarily because they said so, but we knew about Marathon. We knew about obviously whatever they were doing with Destiny, and I feel like there was some other project they were basically teasing. We don't know what other
Okay.
projects they had in incubation, but you
At
want to
what
keep
point-
stuff secret because that's the nature of the frickin' field.
You're not separating what we got from leaks versus what we got from actual announcements.
Yeah. No, I literally said, it was like, we knew Marathon was coming because they even said it was
Yeah,
coming.
They told us about Marathon. They did not tell us about literally anything else.
Which is fine. They don't need to tell
Yes.
us.
They don't need to tell us, but you can't turn around and complain when people suddenly lose faith in the company.
I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying from their perspective. Keep in mind, and I hate to use this as an example, Blizzard with World of Warcraft have announced the next 3 expansions in order to give people the idea that, hey, we have a plan.
That's PR desperation.
Not really.
Well, it's also the idea of preemptive hype, and you can give expectations for the story.
Mm-hmm.
The War Within is not going to be the be all end all. Oh, this is the end story. It sets up for the beginning of the other 2 expansions.
At the same time, hell, we just had the quote unquote last expansion, the end of Destiny, as it was being talked about, as it was being everything was pointing towards the end of Destiny. Which I'm gonna ask this sincerely. When you hear the end of Destiny, don't you have this little voice in your head that says, "Hey, is this really going to be the end? Is Destiny done from now on?"
And didn't they specifically say it's the end of the saga that they were telling?
They specifically worded it as it's the end of the Light and Darkness saga.
Yeah.
Now,
So that's a
counterpoint,
little bit different.
Alred, I get that. Counterpoint, what the fuck is there in Destiny that isn't involved in the Light and Darkness saga?
I don't know. They do have a lot of plot points they left by the wayside over the last, decade or whatever it's been.
Okay, give them examples, because there's the Vex.
The whole Vex storyline. Whatever the frick
Yeah.
is going on with Siva.
They don't like talking about
They
Siva.
don't. They don't talk about Siva. We
It's
never
literally
talk about
the
Siva.
fucking Encanto song.
Yeah.
But it's like
We
the
don't talk about
entire
Siva.
Vex storyline, which I think is actually the focus of like their new, whatever the heck they're doing in terms of their content.
Okay, so there's the Vex. Ignoring Siva, is there anything else?
We still have the plot line of the Nine, which we still don't know anything about.
Yes, and the problem is we know so little about the 9, no one cares about the 9.
I cared.
You're not
You
everyone.
are one person.
You're not everyone.
The last time we heard about the 9 technically was the fucking cosmic game show that is Dares of Eternity.
Those were even
even then we
references.
heard-
They weren't even pure references. Like the last time we actually had any content regarding the night, I feel like
It was
Gambit.
prophecy.
It was either Prophecy or Gambit.
I
Where
gotta go with Prophecy.
They're basically trolling the Drifter the entire time.
Honestly, kind of based.
Oh yeah,
So-
for you.
What I'm trying to get is that when everything is pointing out either at the end of a saga, at the end of something, you don't make the connection that, hey, it's the end, but at the same time, most likely they are going to continue doing something, which is what's happening. But we have no solid confirmation other than we are working on it. A take or war. We are working on it. Something that has been as solid as, hey, we're going to release this expansion, or this is going to drop, and this is going to be this good. You know where I'm getting at. Like, the only confirmations we have is a one-time mention in a line, in a bottom line of a video.
Yeah.
There's just, and I get it. There's a lot of stuff they don't need to tell us everything that's going on within Bungie. At the same time, they need to do a little concession, be like, what is going on in Bungie? What have we been working within Bungie this
To be
last?
fair, they've already technically have done that.
They haven't done a proper job at it.
Yeah,
How much
yeah.
of
So,
that
that,
was-
so like they
haven't-
tell the message poorly. It doesn't mean we don't have
They
information.
haven't done a proper job of being like, hey, we've been working on Marathon, we've been working in these other projects, and that's fine. They're coming along well, and we're expecting them to come out here, here, and here. That is not that far of a reach, and that is not that deep into within them. Or
You
is
also have to keep in mind how much information that they've revealed is because they've either wanted to or their hand has been forced by,
They-
leaks.
how much information?
Some stuff they've obviously revealed because that was a requirement due to the fact that PR is bad right now. We gotta improve our situation. Obviously, yes. Various announcements they've done, that is normal. But a lot of the stuff they did announce, they never had to announce that. And honestly, they probably shouldn't because you have to worry about competitors.
Is there a competitor to Destiny?
like 5 years ago.
Not necessarily Destiny specifically. I'm talking about their other projects.
No, we're not. Yeah, the competitors, what would they be? Because Marathon is an extraction shooter.
Yeah, that's a direct
Most
Tarkov,
extraction
the competitor, for instance.
Yes, and most extraction shooters aren't doing too well.
Yeah,
The only
which
two
is
big
why
ones-
I still question why the fact they decided to go for an extraction
yeah,
shooter,
I
but
question
that's
that
beside the
entirely.
point.
That's besides the point. That's
But if I can finish, the only two extraction shooters that are in any way near successful are Escape from Tarkov, which, much like World of Warcraft, has a Stockholm syndrome. I'm repeatedly punching you in the balls effect on its players,
Mhm.
and Dark and Darker, which mainly blew up partly due to the controversy around the licensing of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah. To be fair, it's also a pretty cool game, but
I'm not denying that, but the popularity really boomed because
yeah,
it was something you couldn't have.
the quote unquote what people thought, like what the people who are like giving them a hard time were saying that would be bad press was actually good press for them.
Yeah. Well, you take away something from Steam, people suddenly want to see what it was.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, where I'm trying to get up with this, they're enshrouding Tukadism. They are. Bungie has done a poor effort these last few years with their content. That's a fact. There's no arguing it. No one can fight it. There
No,
has
that's
been
obvious. There's
there has
shit
been
to
better
do.
content, and there has been a lot of shit content.
Yeah, obviously, we all know that.
And
But I feel like that's a
Truth is,
different problem.
wait, wait. And through all of that, there hasn't been this, hey, I'm going to throw you this bone, and I'm going to allow you to hold on to it until a better time arrives, and we can actually deliver the stuff that the game deserves, that you, as a customer for our entire life service, 10 years of content dropping, you deserve.
Uh-huh.
There hasn't been anything like that has been able to hold up to how much the trust to Bungie has been
You know,
shaking.
you know what? I'm actually shockingly going to defend Bungie on this. Live service is a curse.
It really is.
Because you can only innovate so much.
We are not even talking about innovating. We're talking about the content being this not even good, not even the best, not even incredible, not even amazing.
Well, here's the thing. Let me take this from a different perspective. So let's say the current season, right?
Okay.
What have we got right now? We've got their pseudo strike, which is actually not a bad like battleground, whatever you want to call it. It's actually pretty good. I would actually argue it's actually very good.
Yeah.
As far as battlegrounds go, and then you have whatever their freaking seasonal activity is, and then you have the timed thing, which I think is actually really good.
Yeah.
If they had released that, let's say during the Beyond Light era, people would be saying this is the best content Disney's ever produced.
Yes.
The problem is I think people are just like done with it.
Yeah.
Well,
And the problem is, how do you innovate? How do you innovate on this formula? What do you change? Like the last true innovation that we ever had was probably goddamn expunges.
Yeah.
you know, it's funny you say releasing that during Beyond White, because technically they did. It's called Season of the Splicer.
Technically, dude, Season of the Splicer still my favorite season ever.
Also,
Even if it was like a 6-month season, it was my favorite season ever.
Also, I'm going to kind of throw a wrench at this and be like, there's can be a lot of stuff you can do other than stay here, obtain object, kill this thing.
Yeah, but
There are, just for example, look at Warframe. Just to give an example that
Warframe has
just
its
to
own
give an
problems.
example.
Warframe has its own problems,
Adrian,
but we're
I
using
never
those
said that
problems
Warframe
as an
was
example.
perfect. I'm just giving an example that is close-ish. Okay, so let's make this concession that Destiny and Warframe are close enough to be compared. Okay, just for a moment, for the sake of the conversation, can we agree on that?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. Look at the different missions that Warframe has. So Warframe has capture this objective and then extract. Kill all enemies or a set amount of enemies and then extract. Defend this objective, and every 5 minutes or every 5 waves, you are given the choice to continue or leave. Complete a mobile defense in which you need to transport an object, interact with a panel, and repeat that 3 times. Then extract. Kill a boss. Kill a boss.
It sounds identical to Destiny.
We don't have that on Destiny.
We don't?
We don't. I've been playing Warframe a long time. Extremely long time. Let me see how many hours I have on Warframe. I have 1,500 hours on Warframe compared to Destiny having 4,600. The only thing that is close enough between this Bungie Destiny's usual playstyle and Warframe is the exterminate. Kill.
I don't know.
Kill
To me, it doesn't sound that much different, to be quite honest.
Well, the issue is like
we don't have a hey. You have a life support system. You have to survive for a timer that you have, or for 3 minutes, and your life support is weakening. Kill enemies to obtain life support extensions or an item that allows you to extend your life support and survive for longer.
Didn't they
There
literally
are-
do that for Nightfall modifiers?
No,
That
There
not
are
exactly in the
similar
same way.
systems- There are similar systems to the stuff in Warframe in Destiny. The problem is they are either in very niche content
hmm
or they are in seasonal stuff that is rotated out and thus is no longer available.
hmm
So for the current conversation, it's kind of useless.
I'm just saying it's like yeah, it's like it's a goddamn what do you call it? It's like it's a slightly different flavored water. You know what I mean? It's not really
It's
that much
different base.
difference. I'm sorry to say.
It's a different base with different water.
Like it's let's be honest, it's exactly the same. Warframe has the advantage in the fact that you could probably do it faster. And you
Their
have
engine
more
isn't-
build variety.
Their engine isn't handicapping them.
Mhm.
That too.
Like, can they innovate? Yes.
They can innovate to a
they
certain
tried?
extent, but there's only so
Hang on.
much you can innovate on that
Hang on.
particular model.
Have it. Fuck it. Break the model. Break it. Do something new. Do something completely new. Do something like.
Well,
do a
you know
fucking
what?
Battle. Do break it completely. They
You
have
know
tried.
you what would have been the penultimate like the ultimate mode for me in Destiny, and I really wish that they went full send into it.
Go on.
Do you remember the roguelite mode?
The coil.
The coil deep dives, that stuff.
Yeah, everyone was begging for that.
If
shit to
they
stay.
had
It's done.
refined that, and like, you know what, let's go full roguelite. Dude, I would
Yeah.
be spending my entire time in that game mode.
Fucking rip off the Duviri paradox.
Like something like that. Like they have that, but at the end of the day, you still can only like innovate so much. That was the biggest innovation.
That's where I'm getting at. The formula is actually extremely simple, extremely small, extremely completely diluted to the simplest common denominator of move and kill enemies and move and kill enemies until the next barrier leaf stabs until you reach the end of the wall. This is
Yeah.
the bare minimum, the common denominator for everything. You can shake it up, you can throw a wrench at it, you can break it up, you can twist it, you can wreck it, doesn't matter. There are a lot of things you can do with something so simple, so basic, so completely unexplored. Like, for example, the coil. For example, deep dives. For example, the Into the Light. For example, Pantheon.
Pantheon was a miss. On paper, it's
Pantheon was
awesome.
more just a mess.
Still, you get the point of
But you
they
know
have
what?
been-
That is not even the
they
issue
have
with the
been-
game. The problem is
they have been
people are
they
bored.
have been stuck on the same ABC formula.
Yeah.
They're not like, okay, let's do DEF, let's do MNO, let's do PQR. Hell, let's do DEA.
You know what you're forgetting though? The fact that this is a live service game that needs content updates every 4 months or whatever it is. You can't actually do that much in 4 months.
You can plan ahead.
You can plan ahead, absolutely, but 4 months is not a lot of time in the context of development. It doesn't matter what fields you're in.
You draft-
Depends.
No,
How
Howard,
many
I'm
people
saying
do you
you
have
plan
working?
ahead. You start drafting new content.
You
a year
can,
in
but
advance.
a lot of stuff you have to code from goddamn scratch, and we're working in certain situations. It's like it just
Come on,
doesn't
let's be
work.
real. Do they really code everything from scratch on Destiny? Let's
No,
be honest.
and they can't.
Well, you just said they do code from scratch.
I said that it's like a dichotomy. They can, but they can't. But there are certain aspects, yeah, absolutely, they can code from scratch. We know this because we have like weapon crafting and stuff like that. We have the new subclass system. We know that they can build stuff up from a new level. But at the end of the day, they're working the confines of a very specific thing. This is standard in IT.
And I'm
It's like at the end of the day, 4 months is not a long development cycle. It is not.
no.
Yeah, it's not. I agree with that. But again, you plan in advance.
You can, yes.
Yes,
And
you can.
did
And you're
Bungie mess
supposed
up? Did Bungie mess up in terms of managing that? Absolutely. But at the same time, they're working within the confines of what I think is still the worst system in the context of gaming, which is live service. And I think
Yes.
I think it's killing gaming, first and foremost.
It's killing a lot of games. I will
Yeah,
consider that one.
Yeah.
This is like, I understand why they have issues. I do not understand why they're so bad with their finances. But also, I'm not
Live service
surprised at the
gaming
same
sucks.
time.
We all agree with that. But there are definitely studios that do it a hell of a lot better than Bungie does.
I will. I'm sorry. I'm going to come out and say that all of the problems that Destiny has, and by extension, not only Destiny but Bungie has, is a complete and utter fault or other lack of proper planification.
Oh yeah, they definitely mess up on that end.
Because hell, we have so many times in which people that were working on Destiny or are working in Destiny or Bungie rather have been like, hey, we have missed a lot of deadlines. Not once, not twice, a lot of deadlines.
Sounds like normal IT.
Doesn't matter if it's normal or not. That's not the notion.
It's still bad.
Yeah, obviously it's bad. But let's not
And
pretend
the
that a lot of
notion
things
that-
are any better. Because they really are
And
not.
the notion that, and if the only takeaway that your employees have whenever you leave the company is that, hey, this was mostly just a shit show.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand where you come from. I understand that the IT sector is you don't know what can happen. You
But
are
mostly my issue is that
you can
people think it's like an easy thing, when the fact of the matter is it's not an easy. It's not simple.
Alfred, I am one of the first people to defend developers in terms of the content pipeline. At the same time, there has to be accountability of you had plenty of time to think of something new
Yeah.
and
Yes.
actually develop it. People have been
Let's-
complaining about content being stale in this game since, I want to say, end of Shadowkeep.
Oh yeah,
When
for
they
sure.
started just turning everything into Gambit.
But I'm just saying
Like-
it's not that simple. It never will be
I
that
know
simple.
it's not that simple,
and that's fine.
but they've
Doesn't
done
need
it.
to be simple.
Yeah,
It doesn't need to be
obviously.
simple. It doesn't need to be simple, but it needs to be done at least once frequently. Like maybe not once every season. Every
Once a
season has
year.
to be different. Once, maybe twice a year, is enough to be like, hey, this is actually decent content. Like,
I mean, to be fair, we've kind of had that. Not gonna lie.
we did okay. I admit we haven't had content on Destiny that has enough differentiation between other counterparts within the same game to call it unique.
Well,
What time
that's
period
the
are you thinking
that's
about?
the issue. The mostly that the game is 100% solved. That is a different problem in and of itself. No, it's just like it doesn't matter like the concept we actually get, like how they do it. Like at the end of the day, the game is solved. You can innovate so much unless you like completely blow things out of the water and just throw a complete wrench into the mechanics of the thing. Things are not gonna change.
Well, since we're at the end of the Light and Darkness saga, that's kind of now is the time.
Yeah, and they absolutely have to, and they should.
Instead, we're just doing more Season of the Splicer stuff.
You are going. I wouldn't say doing more. I'm going to say we're going back to Season of the Splicer.
It's like at the end
Like,
of the day,
hell,
I
I'll give it to
I wish they could do more, but I don't believe they can.
I just realized Saint's having an identity crisis. Osiris is coming to terms with his mortality.
Honestly,
The
just kill Osiris
Elixni
at this
are
point.
involved in some way. Yeah. I feel like he should have died during Lightfall.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I wouldn't have minded at that point.
Like, he gets so frustrated that we're taking forever to master Strand, he dives headfirst into it and unravels himself.
Yep. I don't know. It's
You
just
wanna
like
have-
at this point the game is so soft at this point. I feel like the only way you truly innovate is to literally make a new game.
Want me to be honest with you, Aldred?
What?
A game being solved is not an excuse for not coming up with something new. And I'm going to bring up again Warframe as an example. That game has been solved for years.
I know.
And it's still.
And I'm gonna be honest.
Every
I'm
turn,
sorry, Nox, but I'm
find
exceedingly
something.
like as much as I try to enjoy the game stuff like that, it bores me.
And I
It
understand.
bores the fuck out of everyone in the beginning.
That's not
I
even in the
understand.
beginning. I'm like, I would say I'm in the mid game of it, and I'm just bored out of my skull.
Like, Warframe, I'm going to concede on this one. Warframe takes a lot of time to get to a point in which it is enjoyable. And I concede that when I said people to try it, I was aware, or I wasn't fully aware of how long it actually takes. I am now fully aware of it.
Yeah.
It takes like 20 hours of constant game.
It doesn't take
Yeah.
20 hours. It takes way longer. It takes hundreds.
Instead of constant.
Like constant gameplay within the game, playing non-stop. Timer.
Which, hot take,
And-
bad game design.
Yeah, bad design. But that's the same fucking issue I have with Guild Wars 2,
and-
Final
and-
Fantasy
and-
14. Every fucking game that's been around longer than 5 years, the
Thanks.
onboarding process is ass.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I like more, like jump in, get your feet wet kind of, action games.
And Destiny 2 has the same fucking problem.
Hell, it's fucking worse because Destiny doesn't even give you a hell light to point you in a direction.
There's a
I'm not
we are
that
missing
defending
2
Destiny in this point.
expansions.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
I'm just
And I,
saying, it's
look,
worse
Os and
because-
I have complained about it for years. At this point,
The most we get is a cutscene with Cade and Aldrin, like the first mission, like Prison of Elders, I think it is.
I mean, I'm not defending Bungie for that. I've literally, you've heard
no,
Osin
I
and me.
fucking hate them for it.
We literally have been saying, Nox, you missed out playing Red War.
I'm aware.
I hated
I-
I hated parts of Red War, especially how they locked sparrows behind it.
My issue with Red War was the fact that you had to level up to proceed to the campaign.
Yeah, that was ass
This
too.
is like, sure,
I think-
whatever. Yeah, no Sparrow. Yeah, maybe it takes me a little bit longer to travel, but the fact that I had to like do 2 side missions to proceed in the storyline, oh, that was my issue.
Andre, don't get me wrong. That's part of why I'm done with Destiny. Major because there's so much content I was never even given the chance to experience.
Yeah. For
That's
me,
why
for
I'm
me, it's just
enjoying
pure
like
boredom. It's just
driving.
like I don't feel a challenge from the game anymore. PvP is in such a bad state where there's nothing to strive for. It's like the game is too easy. No, I hate to say this, but it's just too easy for me.
The game hasn't changed in 10 years.
Like, that's not 100% true. That
If
is
you
that
look
is
at what
actually
it-
completely wrong.
The core game, the nucleus, the heart, the beating drum in the center of everything hasn't changed.
Hot take? I think that's incorrect.
It's- Okay,
Okay, ignoring subclass 3.0.
ignoring subclass.
There we go. Thank you.
ignoring-
Thank you. Thank you.
Because even then, it hasn't exactly done much.
No,
So,
You
what-
I-
what is
my issue is that 3.0 changed the game in a way that was really not good.
no? Okay, I'm going to strip it of the. You can choose whatever ability you use. You can choose whatever jump you have. You can choose whatever supers you have. You can choose whatever. Just the notion that you have them. Just the notion that you load into an activity, you shoot your weapon, you move forward. You shoot your weapon, you move forward. Barrier lowers whenever. Just
Dude,
going
that's
down to the basic.
90% of first-person shooters.
let me finish. Going down, boiling everything down to the basic notion. The core, the beating drum, the nucleus, the heart of the game has not changed and has not seen a single dime of change in 10 years. Sure, we have had different ammo types added. Oh, I'm talking since that's only one, by the way. Different ammo types added, new weapon types added, new abilities added, new class systems added, class remove, class change, super remove, supers added, super change, weapons change, new exotics, new everything, new a lot
I
of
think
shit.
we get the idea, Nox.
But if you boil everything down, if you remove all these pretty decorations, these pretty ribbons, this pretty jewelry, this game has not changed at all in its lives.
I disagree. As somebody who's played since year one Destiny 2, the game has changed
Always-
massively, but not for the better.
The problem is that the content loop is still basically
Yeah, the content loop
same.
hasn't really changed, which is fine. Like, that's, let's be honest, every live service game. I hop into Apex Legends. What is my content loop? I jump into a goddamn BR and shoot people and try to get first place. Warframe, what do? I complete mission to get loot so that I can complete more missions to get more loot to improve my build. And the Destiny, I do it for a shiny gun so I can play PvP.
PvP should not be the end game.
To be fair, it is, in my opinion, the true game, to be honest.
Potato, let's not argue about it now, at least.
It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's every game. I hate to break it to you.
I'm going to
Well,
disagree.
here's the
honestly.
thing. Most games, when they've been around as long as Destiny 2 has, they will try to turn the formula on its head. They will try to reinvent themselves at least once in a long-term measure.
No, that's the problem. They did reinvent themselves.
No,
But
And
just
then they
not for
got
the
rid of it.
better. Just not for the better. They didn't get rid of it. They doubled down on it. And ruined the game.
I'm not talking subclasses.
The gameplay loop, like how you actually played the gameplay loop, I should say, changed for the worse.
now you know what? I'm going to take Warframe as another example again. So let's see. Beginning of both games, Destiny. You have your character with your different weapons, different possible weapons, and different possible abilities. Cool. Warframe, what do you have? Your different Warframes. And 3 maps. Okay. Let's move a few years. What do you have on Destiny? Pretty much the same. Nothing new, nothing old. What do you have on Warframe? Wait, what is that? They have added a new vehicle that you can use in a lot of places, pretty much anywhere, called Necromate, that you can actually just, the operator that you can just shoot in a different way or interact with the game in a different way, allowing you for a new play style with it. Oh, it also has its own craftable weapon with different parts. Okay, let's jump a few years ahead. Okay, Destiny, very much the same. More content, new raids, maybe a few new weapons, exotics. Okay, you're doing great. Keep it up. Warframe, how you doing? Wait, what? You have added a new entire set of not only Warframes or ability sets, you have also added a new way to explore with maps, new enemies, something called the Railjack, which is basically a space battle. What?
Nox, you talk
you
like
have
a
also
post.
added-
You talk like a post-Forsaken player.
And you have added a lot of
That
New
that
game
argument would hold some weight if there was anything pre-Forsaken left in the game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone. But like,
We're
you
all
didn't.
post-Forsaken players.
Yeah. I was a pre-Forsaken player.
Oh, really? What content is there left from that?
Unfortunately, nothing. But I'm just saying, it's like during that time, there was chases. There was actually like you really had to put thought into stuff and actually like hyper optimize to really beat the hardest content. And then when you got good enough to do it with the best content, with like the best loadouts, you start saying, "There's got to be a way I could do this better, and then you start experimenting with like build after build after build, and we don't have that anymore.
But Adre, do you
That's
see the
gone.
point that I'm getting at? Do you see the point that I'm getting at?
I do, but do you see the point I'm getting at?
Okay, so let's state our points here. Knox, your point is
Warframe within the same time frame, a game similar to Destiny, Warframe, has added new ways of interacting with your environment, coming in 2 different player usable characters. Sorry, 3 usable player characters that the 3 of them have unique weaponry to them. They with different shooting methods, fire rates, and everything. Weapon ergonomics, I'm gonna call them. That they are dependent on the different pieces that you can add on or take out for them. While on the counterpart, Destiny has only added 1, maybe 2 abilities to a lot of classes. Most of them, I'm gonna say. Raids, sure, they're cool, fine. And new weapons that just do cool stuff when you press fire. That's
okay.
my point.
And my
And
point
Alfred,
is,
go
my
ahead.
point is that, let's be honest, Warframe is just more of the same, just more ways of doing it, the exact same thing. And Destiny post, ever since they added stasis, they've gone down this goddamn trend where they just destroyed everything that was unique and interesting about the game, that made the game interesting, hard, and actually gave incentive to improving and experimenting.
Can we agree then that Destiny hasn't explored enough?
They explored, they just explored the wrong way.
Yeah, and then they
different
stopped
ways.
exploring.
And then the most they did was they slightly remixed their content. But I also don't know how they realistically explore more in terms of their repeatable content, because at the end of the day, it's a goddamn live service game with a 4-month development cycle.
Again, a 4-month development cycle that you can pre-plan most of.
You can still pre-plan it, but that's like saying, you know what? We could do like a back-end finance thing. We could definitely implement this new system in a 4-month span. It totally doesn't take 8 months. Trust me, I've been watching this for like since my childhood. It is painful. It's not that simple.
I'm not saying it's simple, but it's something that they have to do, and
They
something
have to
that
do
is-
it, but
Can I
it's
finish my?
yeah. Okay,
It's
go on.
something they have to do, and it's something that is normally done in business.
Yeah, it is. But at the end of the day, 4 months
So
is not a
Bungie
long
should
time.
not be exempt from just because they're Bungie.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't. But at the same time,
So
it's...
let's have reasonable expectations of them to be a responsible company, and I know that's a fucking oxymoron with them.
True.
But let's say that they try to be a reasonable company, and that they want to implement new content in a new way. They keep doing the old stuff for now, and they pre-plan out and start early development on the new content beforehand.
Yeah, that would be good.
And
But
that's what they're supposed to
They
do.
should be doing. But it's an unfair expectation to see massive change every 4 months. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying it has to be the first thing that pops up after 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, say that fucking Shadowkeep went the same as it was. And then they decide, oh, we're going to release Coil, or whatever the fuck the roguelite thing we're calling it is,
Yes.
at the beginning of Beyond Light.
Yeah.
That way you had the entirety of Shadowkeep being relatively samey content, a reimagining of Menagerie, and that's a whole different argument there.
Yeah, that's a different
The-
argument
The
completely.
main argument that we were having about the game modes is just, sure, it has a 4-month cycle, development cycle. That's
Keep in
fine.
mind, I think the development cycle for the roguelite modes was literally like a year.
Which is that's reasonable as well. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Plan it a year in advance, start early development, and roll it out when it's ready. But at least they had it planned.
Yeah,
Being
that's
planning
fine.
something out doesn't exclude it from.
That's
Oh,
what I've been trying to say. You can't just short-term band-aid everything and say, "Oh, we only have 4
Oh yeah,
months."
that's obviously yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it's unreasonable, like, for a lot of. I'm not saying
it
us
doesn't need to happen
necessarily.
every season. It doesn't need to happen every season. But the notion that it
Yeah,
hasn't
but
happened
the
in
problem
the
is people
last
have that
2 or 3
expectation it's gonna happen in like that time span.
It doesn't matter so long as they get the content out that's different. People are willing to wait 6 months, 8 months, even a fucking year, so long as they are promised that the new
Hell,
content will be coming.
Yeah.
we've been waiting consistently
We
almost 4 years for
The
expansions
fucking
to
player
drop.
base spent the entirety of the Lightfall year.
Oh, I
With
was not
nothing.
playing during that power. I was barely playing during that year. I'll be honest.
We had to wait 6 months to get anything actually new in the form of deep dives and coil, and it still came bundled with expeditions.
True. Frick that noise.
Like,
You know what's the
I'm
funniest
sorry,
thing? I feel like we're 100% agreeing, but we're just like, we're
yeah,
getting-
we're agreeing.
You're
Someone's just misunderstanding what the argument is.
You're just nitpicking points that you don't like. Or parts of the
Well,
content you
to
don't
be
like.
fair, the way you guys are putting it
Or
across
people
is like,
thinking
you know, just do it. And I'm like, it's not that simple.
We're agreeing that it's not that simple, but it's still something that needs to be done.
Yeah, it needs to be done.
It doesn't
It
matter
absolutely
if
does.
Again, it's not something that it's feasible in in a season to season basis. That's fair. That's 100% fair, and no one can take that away. At the same time, like I said earlier, the notion that it hasn't happened for at least 2 years.
Okay, that's
It's
unfair, actually, I think. Because there's definitely
Why
been
is
some
it unfair?
innovation in the last 2 years.
Okay, yeah. The issue with that
Because-
argument is that coil and deep dives did happen.
They did
So they
happen.
have innovated recently.
Okay,
But the
Before
problem is
deep dives.
prior to that,
before deep dives.
the last innovation was, and I really hate to say it, menagerie.
I miss Menagerie.
Because Expunge was literally just officially making speedrunning content.
That was what made it so fun, to be fair, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly anything new. They just added an official timer for speedrunning.
Yeah, but they also unintentionally added, like, points where you could just, like, even cut off more time. It's just really cool, and I wish they would do that more.
Well, they added those intentionally too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they did.
Is the
Also, what is that
If
other
we're
piece of
trying-
concept that they added that I thought was actually really, really cool?
Do you remember what season?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I don't remember if it was a seasonal thing or a mission thing. Let me think. We had expunges. Like coil. What the frick was I thinking of that particular piece of content that was actually really good?
Can you describe it?
I'm trying to remember. It was on the tip of my tongue
Um,
and I forgot it immediately.
Sundial?
season?
Sundial was experimental, but it was actually quite good. But people didn't
It
realize
was
it at the time.
basically just a tweaked menagerie. 6-man content, rotating activity pool.
It was literally at the top of my head. I can't remember it now.
That's fine.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
Most
we're just
likely.
gonna yell it later at randomly.
But did you see at least my point of view?
No, I get you where you're coming from, but
The issue we run into.
I do feel like
is
Warframe
that
is a bad example because that caters
Okay.
to a very
Why
specific
is
kind
it
of
not
player.
simple?
No, Warframe has a
This-
different issue than what you think. The issue we run into is that the Bungie devs and the Digital Extreme devs have two different mindsets. Bungie is very much, it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're just gonna keep plugging along and putting out the same stuff.
Hmm.
Digital Extremes has ADHD.
True, those
Like,
guys
hey,
are
that looks
built
very cool.
different.
Can we make it? Wait, is it a bug? Can we make it an actual feature?
So
Oh, we can actually
basically,
make it a feature.
basically
go.
they started with Space Ninjas. They went into Cthulhu, borderline Cthulhu shit.
Borderline.
Borderline Cthulhu shit. Fighting capitalism. More Cthulhu stuff. Space pirates. And time travel that doesn't make sense and they never designed it to.
Yeah.
And
Like-
these are just the major expansions.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's fine. Destiny is a different game, and that's fair. 100% fair. That's fine. I love it to pieces.
We don't want Destiny to just become Warframe. God, no.
God no,
It's not.
absolutely not. I would actually kill myself if
But
Destiny became
there's-
Warframe
Let's
Light.
not go that far.
But there's a lot of issues that just repeat and repeat and repeat and
Yeah.
again and again. That just they don't. change.
Bungie makes the
They don't
same
stop.
mistake over and over again, and they're not learning.
And they refuse to
The sto-
acknowledge it's an actual mistake.
The stove is
Just
still hot. You didn't turn it off. Stop touching it.
What is that piece of content that was actually really good? Shit.
think of the system that it came out with, or what other stuff was related.
It was
to
post Splicer.
Post Splicer, so that leaves. Hang on.
Was it post Witch Queen?
I don't think so. It might be. It's possible.
The Wayfinder.
I don't even know what that is.
The
Season of the Lost.
the Season of the Lost, that one that went on forever.
Well, that one is not even as bad as people thought it was.
Season of the Haunted, Season of the Plunder,
I hate
Risen,
Haunted.
Seraph.
Wait, slow down.
Okay,
Shit!
so,
The
There's like
30th anniversary.
such 30th anniversary was great.
Dares of Eternity.
Let's be honest. I loved
Okay.
the Dares, to be fair.
Okay, so there was Season of the Lost, which had the Wayfinder thing that I can't remember the name of. That would be my brother sneezing like crazy.
Bless you.
I said my brother.
Go on.
God, they don't say what the hell the activity was with it.
Then
Which
Season
one?
of the Risen, which was
That was when they introduced Battlegrounds, which I think was what they
Yes.
did with them after the fact was a big mistake.
yeah. Season of the Risen was when they had Battlegrounds was Season of the Chosen.
That was Season of the Chosen? Frick.
Yeah,
The first battleground was on Season of the Chosen.
we fight the Cabal guys.
Oh, yeah, it was Chosen. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I hated those.
Risen was when we started fighting White Guardian or Hive Guardians, whatever.
I didn't mind that.
Season of the Haunted, which had the Leviathan and
Still pissed about that, by the way.
yeah. Season
quite
of the
what-
Plunder, which had
That was
two
a
activities.
miss. Thematically awesome, but the activities were exceedingly
Yeah,
ass.
they needed more in the rotation. All right, Seraph.
I liked Serve, actually, unironically.
Their battleground shouldn't be made into GMs, but they were fun.
At least two of the Battlegrounds are really, really good, actually. Even in the context of GMs.
I'm just saying they weren't exactly designed for it.
They were not designed for it, but when you figure them out, they're actually really good GMs.
Okay, so that leaves Lightfall with Defiance, which was also more battlegrounds.
Yeah. Was Defiance the one where we were wandering around the Ascendant Plane?
Okay, there were two where we were wandering around the Ascendant Point. I think you're thinking of Season of the Lost.
Yeah, I'm probably thinking of Season of the
Because there-
Lost, which I think was
because there was
actually,
this-
unironically, a good season.
Because Season of the Lost had the 6-man menagerie thing, and then they also had a 3-man thing where you're wandering around the Ascendant Point.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That sounds about right.
Activities. Shattered Realm.
Shattered Realm, that was the one. I actually liked that activity. I thought it was actually really
I
interesting.
liked it too.
It was fun.
Nice variety in there. I wish we could actually see
There
more
was
than two.
The best part was that there was just so much to discover. It's like, oh, you could go here. Oh my god, there's
Oh.
something here.
The best experience was, just going into Shattered Realm the first time and figuring out, hey, what's that under the church?
Yeah. But it's like, as you played it more, it's just like, oh, there's a path here. Holy shit, there's a mechanic you can do here to get some collectible. Oh, this is sick. I liked that season. That was a good season.
Oh yeah. It's all the better that that was the one that lasted forever.
That was a 6-month season, I think.
Yep.
And it was a good season, unironically.
It dragged on too long.
It dragged on a little bit too long, but, you know. I understand why at the same time. But, you know what? It could have been worse. Can you imagine having done, like, Season of Plunder for 6 months?
Yeah, I don't want to think about that one.
Yeah, don't think about it. Dude, I would have actually shot. No, I shouldn't say that.
Yep.
Too soon.
Yeah, like Plunder. How do you waste space pirates?
I know. There were so many cool things they could have done. They could like, oh, you know what? Let's have a ship battle. How sick would that have been? That you could like man cannons and maneuver giant airships.
Doing damage control. I mean, that's basically just Railjacks from Warframe, but still.
Yeah, Railjacks from Warframe or goddamn Sea of Thieves. How sick would that have been?
Dude, 6-man Sea of Thieves against the fucking Elixir.
Dude, how cool would have that been?
Yeah, we're Guardians, so you could have us fighting 2 or 3 enemy ships at once.
Yeah, it's like, let me control the ship. Let me do the worst strategy known to man and sail between 2 ships and just, you know, double broadside. Like, come on.
The ending to fucking, what is it, Dead Man's Chest, but in reverse.
Yeah.
That scene with
like, how sick would that have been? Like, if they had done that, it would literally have been the greatest season in Bungie history.
You see now when I say that they haven't tried to improve on the front.
Okay, there's a difference there. That is what you call missed opportunity.
Yeah, but if they had thought ahead and planned for it, that would have been great.
Yeah, probably.
What can we do? What can we do? If your answer to the question
To be fair though, you would basically have to code in a new system, literally from scratch within the engine, and God knows how much of a headache it is working within the Tiger engine.
Well, at that point, it's more just like, hey, the crew votes on which path to take for the drifter to sail.
You could do that, yeah. But I think it'd just be more fun, you know, to actually have like
Oh, I'd love to be able to steer it myself.
dedicated captain. You got the entire crew, like go full Sea of Thieves, man.
People would fight over it,
Dude. But if you're the if you're the helmsman, you can't be on the cannons. Now let's be honest, in Sea of Thieves, even as the helmsman, I was running around. I was messing with the sails. I was running down to the brig to hammer up holes. And I think it was in a crew of like 5 or 6 people. It was so... Oh, dude, we should play Sea of Thieves. God damn it.
one day.
Yeah, we can do that as a gaming stream.
And then we could sing sea shanties together.
Okay.
No, you just want an excuse to get drunk.
Honestly, yeah. I think at the end of the day, we can agree on that Bungie over the years has lost a lot of chances to either upgrade their game as a whole. I'm not saying anything specific like the engine or it doesn't fucking matter anything. Upgrade or introduce new concepts to their game, like brand new, never seen before, never something that hasn't been.
They've lost chances to innovate.
Yes,
they did. It's like either you go 2 directions. Either you make the game harder, or you innovate the mechanics in a way that really just changes the game fundamentally. They did neither.
They did neither. They chose to remain still and pray.
It's like
And sadly,
I've told you.
took them long enough.
I've told you about this, Nox, right? Niobe Labs, I think, is peak Destiny content.
Yeah, and we needed our hands held through it.
I've seen it, and I love.
It is freaking hard. Not even just like one. You had like all those like mechanics you had to do, But then, like, the moment-to-moment gunplay, you had to be on point or you were dead.
Yeah, it was designed to be hard, and it was hard, unapologetically.
Yeah. And people who did Niobe Labs will tell you, I want more of that. And then what do we get instead? Subclass 3.0. Which just trivialized
we
the
got
game.
Lightfall. We got fucking Lightfall.
Oh, Lightfall 2, yeah.
I'm not only talking about Lightfall the season or Lightfall the content draw. I'm talking Lightfall the year expansion.
Coil does not make up for the rest of Lightfall.
As good as Coil was, yeah, it doesn't make up for Lightfall.
Like,
But I will... didn't I literally say this when 3.0 first came out? It's like, this is ruining the game.
You were excited about it at first.
At first I was excited. It's like, oh, what are they going to do? And then I saw how it actually worked. I'm like, this is the stupidest system known to man.
I'm going to add a little metis to that and just go the extra mile and say they ruin it by letting it rest. They ruin it by not tinkering with it and fine-tuning it on a bi-weekly basis, like 2 weeks. First week you get first few days you get some stats. Second, 2 more days to decide what to do or what to balance or how to balance it. Next few days you implement it, and in 2 weeks you can easily just wrap it up and send it.
I don't know. I just think it legitimately ruined the game.
But
Do you know why? You want to hear my reason why? Healing grenades.
I don't think there was any. Never mind. Bungie has continually killed their game or slowly choke their game to death. Not only their game, but by extension, their player.
Their whole company.
The whole company. They have killed everything
Yep.
simply by doing nothing, and just by doing the same again and again. Alienating their player base, alienating their employees, and alienating their actual chances to triumphant success.
Yeah.
Which is a complete shame. But I think we can at least leave it on a agreeing note instead of just yelling at each other, disagreeing, and be like, no, you stink, that's not how we do. They should do this. Because
I do think that, yeah. The biggest issue is that people are bored.
We have too little stuff to do in this game. Or rather, there's not too much stuff that is different enough to say, hey, I'm still playing Destiny, but I'm playing something other than normal Destiny.
Yeah, the content isn't nuanced enough. Like, let's be honest, we're in a period of the game where you can run anything, and it doesn't make a difference, or barely makes a difference.
Like, I would love to keep on doing raids, but
I still like raids mechanically, get drunk, have fun with the boys.
Yeah.
You can do mechanics and it's great. Salvation's Edge, I think, is the best raid ever made, but I, for some reason, have not played it since we finished it.
I think, as a whole, the bulk of people has just been burned out with the game, or rather.
It's not even burnout. It's just like there's no point to playing the game. Like, what are you doing it?
I was gonna say, they burned out by the willingness to play the game, but the lack of anything to do in the game.
I wouldn't even call burnout. There's just nothing to do. It's like either you play the same activities over and over again for a weapon you probably already have that's already really good, but doesn't make a difference in context of PvE at the greater scheme of things, and the PvP is ass. There is no point.
The reason why I'm calling it a burnout is mostly because a lot of the people that feel that way take a break from the game, come back in like a month or two, and they suddenly have a lot of stuff to do. Stuff to catch up, stuff to go after, stuff to do. Maybe more, maybe less. I'm not saying they get much more. I'm not specifying any quantities. I'm just saying they get anything more.
Yeah, yeah. I will say though, I will play Solstice. Casually.
I probably will too.
I don't know if I'm going to open the game while Solstice is up because
Well,
Do you even
I-
have it downloaded.
I want Compass Rose at the very least.
Okay.
I have it on my PC downloaded.
Okay, the armor design will very much determine how many people actually play Solstice.
Yeah.
I honestly think they should just go a full like Zavala, Cade, Ikora theme set.
When the better Destiny PvP is in Fortnite. Was in Fortnite. That's not even a joke. Frick.
Fair.
But yeah, I think this is a good point to leave it. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, probably. I will say though, I will go for Compass Rose because I feel like that's the only reason for me to play the game.
I'm glad you have a reason to play the game.
I mean, I like the shotgun.
Yeah, that's fine.
I actually like that frame shotgun. And then I'm curious about the
For me, it's just
what is it called? What's the name of the hand cannon, Ox? Do you remember the hand cannon?
Kindling?
No. It wasn't Kindle Orchid. It was.
No, I know it's not Kindled Orchid. Hang on.
It's a 120 stasis.
Okay, 120 stasis.
Something new.
think that was-
Something new. That's the name of the game. That gun is actually going to be really goated. You can get frickin' snapshot plus like precision instrument. It's going to be really good.
I don't know.
Maybe
At this
yeah.
point, I just.
Snapshot is so good, man.
For me, there just isn't much to do in Destiny.
There isn't. That's why I'm really not playing the game right now. Like, I've had more fun in goddamn Apex getting killed by cheaters. And control players and zimmers. That's probably a concern. When I feel more
But that's what,
more rewarded.
yeah, that's part of why I've been playing so much Warframe and Final Fantasy 14.
Get RoboQuest.
Because on RoboQuest, dude, I love RoboQuest.
RoboQuest. Dude, we gotta co-op it.
Can we?
Yeah, it has multiplayer.
Wait, that's.
Yeah, it's 2-player multiplayer. It gets
yo,
harder.
You have it?
Yeah, I've been playing. I have like 4 hours in the game now.
Yo, you have 4 hours on it? Bet.
Yeah, I got it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Wait. We're talking about RoboBit, the
RoboQuest.
RoboQuest.
Said.
Oh. I was talking about RoboBeat.
Yeah, I figured you were talking about RoboBeat.
You were probably talking about RoboBeat. I was talking about RoboQuest.
Okay.
No, dude, you gotta get your hands on RoboQuest. It's so much fun.
Dude, you gotta get yours in RoboBeat.
When I actually have money. I told you I have a pending like 80-90 euro fee hanging over my head, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
This is a lot of money, man. And you know what's the worst part? I don't even think I claimed it on my insurance because I was technically under my dad's insurance when he was working for whatever company he was working for.
Of course.
And then he got laid off. So, yeah. He's been out of work for like 2-3 months.
Ooh.
Which is not good. But people have issues with Bungie laying off 200 employees.
Such is life. Bungie's a lot more public, though.
Bungie hasn't given us any reason to hope for the best for their game in the last year.
I mean, yeah, but still, let's be honest. At the end of the day, IT does this constantly, and it's really annoying.
I mean, yeah.
Because they gotta make their fourth quarter numbers look good. They better lay off all of our most productive and best high-paid workers.
Yeah, because you have to pay them more.
They're the most competent. They're the people getting shit done. They're the only reason why they
But
they
they're
either
expensive.
meet the deadlines or they just barely pass the deadlines. Like, let me tell you guys a story. Growing up, you know, my dad has worked in the finance area of IT for ever since, like, probably for all ever. Like, I'm pretty sure he's always been working in finance. It is objectively probably the highest paid area in terms of IT because of, you know, the nature of what they're working with.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I can remember, since I was like really really young, I was like 5-6 years old. You know, occasionally I would wake up in the middle of the night, you know, go to the bathroom and stuff like that, and I would see my dad working. My dad would work until like 3-4 in the morning, wake up at 6 to commute to work. And then he gets laid off. How is that right?
It's not. I mean, we
Like,
live on
imagine working 9 to 5, you commute home, work from home until, like, you know, the wee hours of the morning, and then still have to commute in at 6 in the morning. Functioning on like 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep.
we don't live on a
Reasonable world.
yeah.
It's like, and people are complaining about what's going on at Bungie, and they don't know that reality.
To be fair, I think it's more so people are people that their livelihood depends on Bungie are complaining about it, or rather, not so much on Bungie, but at least on Destiny. Those kind of peoples I can understand the complaining about
The people who are actually working, yeah, complain about being laid off. Please do. You should.
Yes, you should be extremely vocal about how much of a shit show it is.
But like people outside of it, you don't really know what's going on. You don't understand how hard it actually is.
Well, neither do we. And here we are.
Unfortunately, I have an insight into it, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, it's a harsh reality. And then my dad gets mad at me. It's like when I'm in a situation where I'm not making money, because I was working part-time for a while, and I would like basically be eating rice at the end of the month, and he would get mad at me for not asking him to send me money. I was like, why would I do that? I know how hard you work. I know how many siblings I have.
Okay, I think this is a good point to just let Cowboy go to sleep.
Yeah, we should let Cowboy go to sleep. This is getting a little bit too emotional.
Yeah.
Who are you people?
Huh?
Come on, Grandpa. It's time to give you your meds. You'll be fine in a few minutes. Come on. You'll be sleeping with the angels in a few minutes. Come on, chop chop.
Are you talking to Cowboy or
What?
me?
Gotta say, you make it sound like I'm going to the farm.
It's so rude, Docs.
I'm talking to the viewers in their home.